Scarpins Avenue.
Rachel, thank you for sitting in for Dave Rosinski.
You're welcome.
Now, as always, we're going to ask. I usually ask Dave a trivia question, and previously, since you've been sitting in, I've asked you questions that he has missed. But I'm going to ask you a question that he got right, because I knew he would get this question right because of his specific knowledge, and see if you can get this question right that he got right. And here is the question. Okay, what is Spider-Man's clone's name?
Oh, I knew you were going to ask me this. Oh, man.
What is Spider-Man's clone's name? Dave just came up with this instantly.
Yeah, he did. I was very impressed. Spider-Man's clone's name is Exodus.
No, that is incorrect. There's a couple of them, actually. I think he chose Ben Reilly.
Yes, he did choose Ben Reilly.
Right.
Yep.
Everybody check us out at Six Unseemly on all social media at unseemlyquestions.com. Welcome to Six Unseemly Questions. I'm your host, Victor Varnado. This is my sidekick, Rachel Teichman. We've got a great contestant on the show today. Everybody put your hands together for Norlex Belma. Welcome to the show, Norlex.
Hey. Thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it.
We're absolutely floored that you are here. Thank you. We've got a wonderful studio audience. Please put your hands together for Lizzie Cassidy and Tom Delgado. Welcome, studio audience.
Hey.
All right. Yes. Use your mouths. It is a podcast. Thank you. Now, Norlex, I'm going to tell you how the show works, and then we're going to get started. I'm going to ask you 6 unseemly questions. At the end of each question, I will ring a bell if I like your answer, like this. However, if I do not like your answer, I will not ring a bell, and I'll tell you why. Regardless of how many bells you get at the end of the show, I'll decide whether or not you get $5 whole for your appearance on the show. Are you ready?
I am.
All right. It is time for question number 1. Question number 1. How do you have fun alone?
I watch Cold War and World War II documentaries alone.
You watch Cold War and World War II documentaries alone? How did you get that particular hobby?
South American coups, all that good stuff. I don't know. Like my dad had me watching the news a lot as a kid, so I was always like really aware of like international relations and politics and stuff. So as I've gotten older and YouTube hit, once Jon Stewart left the Daily Show, I found another rabbit hole to go down, and I've been there for like 6 years, honestly.
All right.
Yeah.
I will say no bell, because the correct answer is masturbate. All right. It is now time for question number 2. You what?
So I don't necessarily need to be alone to do that, but we can talk about that another time.
That's true. You don't have to be alone to masturbate. But for this particular question, we decided that the answer was how do you have fun alone was masturbate.
I was pretty determined.
Yes, it was.
We talked about it before the show.
Yeah, we did.
I do think I would rather a man masturbate in a room with me than put on a Cold War documentary. So that is a good answer.
That's fair.
Well, it's definitely better than him doing both at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. You get Pinochet. All right.
Yeah, exactly.
It is time for question number 2. I'm sorry to stop your riff, everybody. It's time for question number 2. But before we do that, can you tell people out there what you do?
I do the stand-up comedy, tell jokes here in New York and elsewhere when people ask me to.
All right, New York and elsewhere when people ask you to. Does this happen a lot where people are like, come to elsewhere?
Pre-pandemic, yes. Post-pandemic, not as much.
I get
it.
But
it's like, I think everybody's just waiting for things to calm down a little bit. But yeah.
Yeah, I get. I've been through that a lot. I actually haven't done a lot of stand-up since the pandemic began, because I don't want to die.
I've never done any stand-up.
Yes, because the audience doesn't want to die, so she's been barred from it. Anyway, I'm just a guy who's like, I don't need to, so I'm not going to run it out and do stand up because I'm just like, like, is it Do I really need to hang out in the club tonight? Not really. All right. It is now time for question number 2. Here we go. Question number 2. What kind of arts and crafts do you do?
None. I'm like a arts and crafts impaired person. Like every art project I've ever done has always come out looking like absolute trash. Like I'm terrible.
Oh, so then you just gave up?
For real.
Yeah.
I would give up. Or get one of my homegirls to finish it for me. And I wish I was alive, but it's 100% the truth.
Oh, you had people to finish you're talking about in school, they would finish your work for you? Your arts and crafts
Yeah,
work?
art class 7th and 8th grade in middle school, my friend Tatiana and my friend Mercy finished my art projects for me because I was just like, this shit.
All right. Well, what is your grade like?
I don't know. I mean, I made it to high school, so I guess it was good enough.
You didn't look at your grades?
Not
when other
art.
people did the work for you? Really? Wow.
Yeah, or it's like, cool. I didn't get a write up home. Cool. We skated. We made it. But yeah, I have zero arts and crafts skills. This is like, I'm not good at it at all.
All right. You know what? I'm going to give you a bell. I'll tell you why. Because I want art to grow in your heart, you know? Well, actually, art is already in your heart. Stand-up is an art. That's true. So that's definitely an art. All right.
Agreed.
Now it's time for question number 3. Question number 3. Are you friendly?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm a pretty friendly person. I get great hugs. I let people talk even when I don't want them to anymore. Yeah, I think I'm a pretty friendly, courteous person.
Do people think that you're friendly? I mean, because sometimes there's a disconnect where like you might be friendly and people might not think that you're friendly.
I'm friendly. I think people think that I'm interested in what they're talking about more than I actually am.
I
think that's part of being friendly. Like, yeah, you know what? I don't really care about what you're talking about, but you enjoy talking about it, and I've got an extra 5 minutes. I'm somebody like I check in on friends if I haven't heard from them in a while, not because I need something. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, then cool. If you're friendly, I feel like the no bell on this, and this might be my fault because I asked that question. I thought this is going to take us an interesting place, and it really didn't. And that's probably me, but still no bell for you.
Yeah.
Even though it's probably my fault. Time for a question.
We all have flaws, Victor, and we accept you for yours.
Oh, thank you.
That was really friendly.
It was.
That was pretty friendly. He did say he talks to people that he doesn't want to, and he pretends. So, let's not get it twisted. Okay.
Yeah.
He's got moves, is what I'm saying. It's time for question number 4. Question number 4. How many Prince songs can you name?
I think I know the tunes to like 2 or 3, but I know. Obviously, there's Purple Rain, and then there's
yes.
Damn, that's actually pretty bad. I'm not.
I agree. No bell.
Yeah, I'm
one
on the Prince catalog, to be honest.
But one Prince song. One.
I feel
this is Prince we're talking about.
I feel like I'm freezing right now. I feel like I have to know. It's like that's such a question that's like left field, where it's like Prince records. Yeah, I can't.
I don't know. I mean, what would be a regular number? Like, how many, Lizzie? How many would you say you could name? How many Prince songs can you name?
Honestly, I was like so excited to learn about one that wasn't Purple Rain from this
wow.
answer.
This is
so far we're tied.
I find this surprising. Am I just a maniac for Prince or something? I can't.
No,
I mean, I know more than one. I don't know a lot, but
most people are better than me and Lizzie right now. I will say most people.
Tom, how many Prince songs do you know?
I mean, the only other ones I can think of off the top of my head are Little Red Corvette.
Yeah, there you go. That's
When
a good
Doves
Prince song.
Cry.
Okay.
Purple Rain.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know a ton of them either. I guess. I mean, I've listened.
Yeah, you're about where I am, where I would probably name like 3 to 5, and then I'd be, and then I would have to keep thinking. But I feel like one is like an alien visiting Earth trying to get to know humans, but they only know like a surface level of information.
I mean, you're saying that, but one of Tom's was Purple Rain. Like, I've still only heard 3 in this conversation.
True.
No one has said 5 yet.
Said 5 Prince songs.
Yeah.
Let's Go Crazy.
Oh, and
1999.
1999, right? That's another
Wait,
Wait,
one.
was he
Fair
alive
enough.
in 1999?
And the Batman soundtrack.
Yeah.
We should have just thrown that in there.
Bad Dance. You bring up Bad Dance. Amazing.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
Prince is
know
all
he
over the
did it.
place.
I don't know any of the records.
I mean, the song was actually called Bat Dance.
I said the Batman soundtrack.
Oh yeah, he did. I'm sorry. Well, one of the songs when everybody's going down the Joker's having his big party parade.
Yeah. And
They're playing Bat Dance.
Oh, okay. No, I've got homework now.
Yeah. Also, Nothing Compares to You, everybody. Don't forget that one.
Right. Nothing compares to you.
Nothing compares to you.
All right. So there was no bell on that question. So now it's time for question number 5. Question number 5. Is your Instagram better than your real life?
No.
No?
No. I don't know. I hate faking too much on Instagram. Like, I don't know. I'm a weird person. My Instagram is solely for other people. I don't really care for it very much. So I love my real life. You know, I'm a friendly person. I've got like a real, actual life. People that I talk to who don't need anything from me, who just like want to check up on me, and you know.
Yeah, your Instagram really looked normal. It really did look normal to me. Rachel, however, she had another assessment.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
She had another assessment because she's from a different generation, you see.
Yeah.
Whoa. I'm a millennial. Wow.
She was like, it's boring.
Wow. How could you like call me out like that?
It's just normal.
What was her analysis of the Instagram? I'm interested to know.
She said it was boring.
Yeah, that's good. Like,
Yeah,
I
this
feel
is like regular.
some people's Instagram, especially like in our business, is so over the top, and like
Yeah.
I'm very much like I like being a real person who happens to be pretty good at comedy, and like that's what my Instagram is like.
Yeah, mine is
It was
pretty
not
ridiculous.
it was not a personal attack.
I hope I didn't portray that it was a personal attack. I didn't mean that it was.
You definitely did.
Yeah.
I will say
Oh.
that. No,
Oh, well, then let me clear it up. It was
It's all
not a
good.
personal attack. It was, in fact, well, it was kind of a personal attack from me to Rachel.
Yes, that's true.
Got it.
It wasn't a personal attack against you in any way. All right. You know what? I'm going to give you a bell because, you know what? It's normal. It's cool.
Thank you.
Your Instagram's all right. It is now.
Right.
Oh, I wasn't keeping track as much as you, but maybe. It is time for question number 6. Question number 6. How did kids make fun of your name, Norlex?
Oh, dude. I mean, every possible way. So this is in 2 eras in my life. There's pre-Pokemon and post-Pokemon. Right. So
Okay. Yeah, I guess. I know Pokemon a little bit, but I remember that there was some sort of something. It's like a Snorlax, right?
Trust me, we're getting there. So before the 4th grade, it was like Rolex was kind of cool, but it could get a little annoying. A lot of adults will say that. X-Lax, especially once those commercials were like on TV a whole bunch. So like that was like a lot of them. And then the second Pokemon came out, it was almost exclusively Snorlax for anybody who was born, you know, like post 1987, it seems like.
Right.
And so that happened for like 2 years, and there was enough of that. So starting in 5th grade, I actually started to like physically put my hands on people, and then that kind of worked its way out through middle school. Then I had to like start all over again in high school, but then like just earn my peers' respect, and then they stopped calling me that. But yeah, so like, there was a lot of different. There's been a lot of variations on my name across the time of my life so far. Lexington Steel, Flexington, all sorts of shit. Lex Luthor, anything. Yeah.
All right. That was pretty satisfying. I'm going to give you the bell. Oops. Oh, here we go. There we go. Perfect.
Thank you.
All right. Norlex, you've answered all 6 questions. Now it's time to decide whether or not you get $5. But before we do that, can you tell people out there where they can find you?
Sweet. Yeah. You can find me at Norlex Said, SAINORLEXSAID on Twitter or Instagram. And yeah, just all around New York City.
All right.
The places.
Check out Norlex, everybody. Funny guy. Okay, well, it's time to decide whether or not you get $5. We usually canvass the room. Let's start with you, Rachel. What do you think? Should Norlex get $5 for his appearance on the show?
Yeah, I think he should get $5 because people used to call him X-Lax and he deserves compensation.
Thank you.
But X-Lax is hilarious.
It is hilarious,
So-
but he still deserves that compensation.
Do you still have a sign on your wall that says X-Lax?
I do.
Okay,
It's on my
just-
bathroom
just checking.
door. Yep.
Nice.
By the way, she has a sign on her wall that says X-Lax because of a shoot that we were on, gave us their credit card to buy a bunch of props, and then we bought extra props, and one of them was a sign that said X-Lax.
I fought you for it.
Did not. I just gave it to you.
I begged you for it.
Tom, what do you think? Should Norlex get $5 for his appearance on the show?
Yeah, I think so. Because he is a friendly guy. And also, too, it sucks to be, made fun of after Pokemon. I think I've never watched Pokemon, and I would hate to have my name, given to me about Pokemon all the time.
All right.
I didn't
Yeah, I
really
get it.
put that into the words right, but give him $5.
I get it. You have empathy.
I do.
All right. Lizzie, what do you think? Should
Um,
Norlex get $5 for his appearance on the show?
I think he should get $5. Because I think he is friendly, and that's good. And he made me feel better about only being able to think of one Prince song. And I also have empathy. So yeah.
All right. Lizzie's got empathy, everybody. Norlex, what do you think? Should you get $5 for your appearance on the show?
Yeah, I definitely think I deserve $5. I think I've earned $5 for giving truthful answers. And as Rachel said, I just realized nobody's ever compensated me for 7 years of my schooling career. So yeah, I could use $5 on the back end.
Okay, we just want to clarify. You say that you should get
Yeah.
$5 basically because I owe it to you?
No, I said if you were feeling so kind.
If what? I'm sorry, say again?
If you also had the same levels of empathy as Tom and Lizzie,
Oh,
then
okay. So
yeah.
now you're talking to me like I'll forget what you just said. I'm just saying. Like I'm
Yeah, I mean,
stupid.
Short-term memory is different in different places now.
I hate to say this, Norlex. No $5. You know what? I didn't hate that. It was all right. No $5. But thank you so much for being on the show. You were wonderful.
I appreciate it. Oh, you're the
Yeah,
best,
I
man. Thank
appreciate
you.
you being here. Great job. And let's just wrap up. Rachel,
Mhm.
what did you learn from this week's show?
I learned that you can get your classmates to do your art projects for you.
For the future.
Yeah.
Great. Great. You picked up a terrible trait. Well, everybody check us out at Unseemly on all social media and unseemlyquestions.com.
Starburns Audio, a podcast network.